Good morning to everyone. So children, today we are going to talk about the next topic of the chapter 2, units and measurement, that is dimensional analysis. So children, today we will talk about dimension, their applications and some terms those are related to the dimension. So very first we will talk about dimension. So children, whenever we are talking about the dimension is defined as how any physical quantity is related to the 7 fundamental or the basic units. Right? So we are having the 7 basic unit as we studied about the 7 fundamental basic unit in the previous lecture. So those 7 fundamental units how relates with any physical quantity, that relationship given by the dimensions of any physical quantity. Right? So when, for example, any of the physical quantity, whenever we are writing in terms of the dimensional analysis, that can be written as like M, L, T. Right? So M for mass, L for length and T for time. Maximum number of physical quantities can be represented in terms of these 3 basic fundamental physical quantities, but sometimes to represent some physical quantities we can use some other fundamental physical units. Then like current, ampere we can say, then 1 mole and many more are there of the 7. Right? So very first we will talk about how will we write down the dimensional formula for any physical quantity. So for example, we will have very first for the example, suppose we are writing the dimensional formula for the velocity. So velocity is represented as distance upon time. So when we are writing the dimensional formula for velocity, so distance is a type of length, that means that can be symbolized by the term L. Time is represented in terms of the dimension by the capital T, so we will write down here capital T. Right? So how can we write down this quantity like LT minus 1? That means that LT minus 1 is represented as the dimension of velocity. Right? So when we are writing the dimensional formula of velocity, so we will mention these 3 physical quantities, these 3 values in the formula of, in the dimension of velocity. Like m, we are not having any term of m, so that will be represented by the 0 bar. L having 1 term, so that will be represented as 1, or if we are not writing here anything, that represents the 1 bar. And for t, we are having t minus 1. Right? So this is the dimensional formula. And when we are writing the dimensional equation, so how will we write down? So we will equate the equation like for velocity, we will write down v equals to m0 L t minus 1. Right? So this can be represented as the dimensional equation for velocity. Right? After that, if some other example, first is this, second is we are having some other example like force. So if we are writing the dimensional formula for force, so force is represented as mass into acceleration. So for mass, we will represent it by capital M, and for acceleration, how will we write down acceleration? Acceleration is represented as the velocity upon time. So m into, for velocity we are having the dimensional, so whenever we are equating the dimensional formula in any other equation, so we will not write down this term. So we will only write down LT minus 1 upon time, that is t. Then, so this t will become t minus 1 and we will get the complete term L t minus 2. Then, so for the force, we can have the equation like mLt minus 2, that is the dimensional formula for force. Likewise, we can write down the dimensional formula for any other physical quantity if we know the basic formulas of that particular physical quantity. So, mandatory thing is that we have to know the basic formulas, the basic thing about that physical quantity. In only that condition we are able to write down the dimensional formula or dimensional equation for that quantity. Then, so that is all about the dimension of any physical quantity. Then, now, second we will talk about this is dimension. How? Second, we are having some dimensional variables and constant related to it. So, types of variables and constants. So, in this particular category, very first we are having dimensional constants. Dimensional constant are those constants which are having the dimensional formula as well as their values are always constant. Likewise, we can say we are having the gravitational constant. The value of capital G. So, we know that the value of capital G is always constant, but still this G can have the dimensional formula. So, how can we calculate the dimensional formula for G? G m1 m2 upon r square. So, likewise G equals to F into r square upon m2. So, with the help of dimensional formula of force, radius and masses, we can calculate the dimensional formula for the gravitational constant. Likewise, we are having the dimension from the acceleration due to gravity, that is for the small g. Then, so the value of the small g is always constant, that is 9.8 meter per second square. But still we are having the dimensional formula for small g. Like these all type of the constant we are having in the category of the dimensional constant. Second, we are having dimensionless constant. Dimensionless constant. Dimensionless constant are those values, those physical quantity which are not having any dimensional formula as well as their values are constant. Likewise, we can say all numbers. For example, all numbers are in this category like 0, 1, 2, 3 up to the whatever number we are having. Like pi. The value of the pi is always constant, but still this value is not having any dimensional formula. Then third is the dimensional variables. Dimensional variables. So dimensional variables in this particular category, we are having those physical quantity whose values are variable. Still those physical quantities having some dimensional formula. That means maximum derived physical quantities is in this particular category, like velocity, acceleration, then work, force. All are in this particular category because all these physical quantities having their dimensional formula as well as their values are not constant. That means their values is always a variable. And fourth and the last category is the dimensionless variables. In this particular category, we are having some type of the physical quantities whose values are always a variable, and those physical quantities are not having any dimensional formula. Likewise, we can say that angle is in this particular category. Angle we can have like specific gravity, stress, strain we are having in this particular category. So all these type of the physical quantity is in this particular category. So types of the variables and the constant, we are having four types of the variable and the constant: dimensional constant, dimensionless constant, dimensional variables and dimensionless variables. Done? So this is all about the types of the physical quantities or the variables and the constant in terms of the dimensional analysis. Now we will talk the next. Nextly, we will talk about the some rules, some principles. Those are very important related to the dimensional analysis. Likewise, principle of homogeneity. Principle of homogeneity. So principle of homogeneity tells us about always a left hand side dimension should be equals to right hand side dimension. If any physical quantity is having any physical quantity, any physical relation, any formula having the left side and the right side, so in that particular category, left hand side dimension should be equal to the right hand side dimension. If any relation follows that this rule, in only in that condition that formula or that relation is dimensionally correct. If its left hand side dimension is equal to the right hand side dimension. Then likewise we can say that F equals to M into A. Then so for the force we are having dimensional formula like MLT minus 2. And if we calculate the formula, dimensional formula with the help of this, so for M we are having M and for A we are having LT minus 2. So that we can write down MLT minus 2. Then, so in this particular example, left hand side dimension is equal to the right hand side dimension. So that particular relation or the formula is dimensionally correct. Then, so this is all about the principle of homogeneity. One more time, we are just recalling the rule or the principle. Principle of homogeneity tells us about dimension of the fundamental quantities of the two sides of a physical relation must be same. Right? So left hand side should be equal to the right hand side. Then, so this is principle of homogeneity, and the third topic that is related to the dimensional analysis. Now nextly we will talk about what are the application, what are the uses of that dimensional analysis. The third thing is that uses of dimensional analysis. So whenever we are talking about the uses of dimensional analysis or application of dimensional analysis, so that is very important part of the particular topic. So in this particular category, we are having three application or the three uses of the dimensional analysis. Like very first, we are having check the correctness. Check the correctness of given formula. That means if any formula is unknown to you, that means we don't know about that particular relation or the formula, so we can just check out the correctness of that formula with the help of the dimensional analysis, and that is very important application of the dimensional analysis. Second application is conversion of one system of unit into other. That means system of n units, we are having 4 types of the system of unit. That means we can convert MKS system of unit to CGS and CGS to MKS with the help of this particular application of the dimensional analysis. That means we can do the conversion of one system of unit to the other with the help of the dimensional analysis or with the help of the second application of the dimensional analysis. Third, to establish to form the relation between different physical quantities. That means if more than 2 physical quantities are given to us and more than 2 or 3 physical quantities are depending on one quantity, then we can just establish relationship between those physical quantities with the help of the third application of the dimension analysis. Right? So now we will just go through those particular applications in detail wise. So very first we will talk about very first application to check the correctness of the given formula or the relation. So how will we check the correctness of the given formula or the relation before starting this particular application? So always you have to remember the two things whenever we are talking about the dimension. So we cannot add the dimension of 2 physical quantities or subtract. That means L plus L, we can now write down 2L, or L minus L, we cannot cancel it out. Right? So we cannot do the subtraction and addition in dimensional analysis, but we can do multiplication and division in dimensional analysis. That means if we are having in the multiplication these 2 quantities, so we can add, because the base is same, so we can write down like L power 2. Or whenever we are just dividing, so L 1 power we are having, and when it will move to the numerator, so this will be L minus 1. So this we are having plus 1 power and this we are having minus 1 power, so both will cancel, and L power 0, that is 1. So whatever the thing is there, so only the conclusion is that addition and subtraction is not possible in terms of the dimensional analysis, but we can do multiplication and division in dimensional analysis. Right? So always you have to remember these 2 things whenever you are just studying about the dimensional analysis. So check the correctness of the given formula or the relation. So very simply, very first we will take as the example V equals to U plus AP. So as we all are aware of that particular formula, this is the first equation, that equation of motion. So whenever we are just checking the correctness of this relation, so how will we check? So very first step, we will write down the dimensions of the both sides. So for this is the type of the velocity. So for velocity we are having LT minus 1. Now equals to U is a type of velocity. So for still we are having dimension for that LT minus 1. Plus A is defined as the acceleration. For acceleration we are having LT minus 2, and for the time we are having T. These 2 dimensions are in multiplication. So very first we will solve these dimensions. So LT minus 1, this will be same as it is, equals to LT minus 1 plus, we can write down minus 2 power plus 1 power. So we can write down LT minus 1 here after calculating, after multiplication of these two dimensions. Now, how will we compare? How will we compare whenever we are having the addition of the two same dimensions? So, we will compare, we will applying the principle of homogeneity. Principle of homogeneity here. So, when we apply the principle of homogeneity, so very first we are having this first term, this is the second term, and this is the third term. So we will compare the left hand side dimension to the right hand side dimension, but these two dimensions are in addition. So we will compare these two dimensions one by one with the left side. So very first left hand side, that is LT minus 1, equals to right hand side very first term, that is LT minus 1. So both dimensions are equal. So first, second term and first term is dimensionally correct. Now we will check the left hand side LT minus 1 equals to the third term, that is LT minus 1. This is both the dimensions are also equal. So we can say conclusion, in conclusion we can say left hand side dimension is equal to the right hand side dimension. So this formula is dimensionally correct. Dimensionally correct. So this given formula is dimensionally correct. Done. So similarly, we can check the dimensional. This is the one example. This formula is correct. Then now we are having one more other example. If unknown formula or the relation is given to you, that means if f equals to m square v square upon r. If this formula is given to you and we don't know about this particular formula, then how can we check the correctness of this given formula? So what will we do? Very first step, we will write down the dimension of the left side. So whenever you are just keep on calculating the dimensional formulas, so these formula will be easily you can remember these formulas. Right? So for the force, we are having mLT minus 2 equals to, this is the mass, so we can write on m2, and this is the velocity LT minus 1 power whole power 2, and this is the radius, the type of the length, so we can write down here n. Then now left hand side we are having the single dimension. So for the to the right side we will solve it out. So we can write down here m2, and we can write down here L2t minus 2, multiplication of this square into the bracket, and this we can have L. When we multiply this L to the denominator, so how can we write down L minus 1? So here we are having 2 power of L, and here we are having minus 1. So how can we write down m2 L minus 1 t minus 2? This is the dimension after calculating to the left side, right side, sorry, and this will be mLT minus 2. Now, the next step to apply the principle of homogeneity. Applying the principle of homogeneity. So, when we apply the principle of homogeneity, so we can just check it out. The left hand side dimension is mLT minus 2, and the right hand side we are having m2L minus 1 t minus 2. Then, so the dimension of the left side is not equal to the dimension of the right side. Dimension of left hand side is not equal to the dimension of right hand side. So when dimensions of the both sides are not equal, then this formula is dimensionally incorrect. Then, so similarly we can check the correctness of any given formula. Then, so